Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. When I was 5, my mother asked me this question. She said, "Son, what do you want to do when you grow up?" Answer my mom, "Mom, when I grow up, I'll become a superhero. I will fight evil, protect beautiful girls, and I will make the world a better place." And then I grow up, and the world is not that romantic. When I grow up, I quickly realized that I'm just a normal person. There are so many people way better than I am, and yet they cannot change the world. Because after all, he is smarter than I am. Or she has far more talent than I do. Or he is way better looking than I am. No, maybe not. But the point is, if they cannot, how can I? How wrong I was. In May 2009, I traveled along to an island. This was a warm, dark, cloudy night, and I was riding a bike around the island. And then it happened. I took a wrong turn, and before I knew it, I was lost in a forest. Nobody was around me. It was totally dark. The only source of light was the light of my bike. And just when I started to think, "Oh man, this couldn't get any worse," my bike tire exploded. It could get worse. I had to push the broken bike for 2 hours until I see another source of light. I was relieved, but when I composed the place, I know it was no good. It was a rough, fierce-looking man with tattoos all over their body, drinking strong liquor. It must be bad people. They could be robbers, thieves, even murderers. So quickly and silently, I turned my bike and I tried to get away. But it was too late. One guy from the gang noticed my assistant. They're laughing, gone. Their face emotionless. They lit up and ran toward me. So terrified, I jumped on my bike and I ran away. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, never run away with a broken bike. In a matter of seconds, they was all around me. And imagine how fearful it was when a big muscle guy come at me in the dark, cloudy night, and he said, "Give your bike to me. It takes 30 minutes to fix." You are laughing now, but then I was speechless. I ran away from them, but that did not stop their intention to help me. They might not be as smart as I am, nor have more talent than I do. And they did not did it for money. They were not even mechanic. They were ranger, guard of the forest. So who cares? They were my superhero. They made my work way better, and they taught me a very important lesson. They taught me, try to have someone actively. Try to love someone unconditionally. Try to have someone actively. Try to love someone unconditionally. That lesson comes to my life 3 months later. When my friend and I, we had a mid-autumn party for very, very good children. And the party went amazing. Everyone was so happy. Everyone was so over the moon, except one. I noticed in the corner, stand a little girl alone. Nobody was around her. Nobody played with her. Nobody talked to her. So I make my move, come talk to the girl, and then I know why. She was really stubborn. All of my efforts were met by silence. Some of her teachers even told me to ignore her, to leave her alone. That was her personality. At that very moment, I realized myself in her set. She tried to run away from me just as I tried to run away from the rangers. I was not giving up hope on this girl. So I spent hour and hour talking to that girl. And then she started talking back to me. And when she did, she didn't know how to stop at all. She told me everything about her. I don't understand anything. And again, doesn't matter. She was happy, and I was happy. When the party was over, and we are about to leave, that young little girl approached me. And she spoke the most wonderful words that any girl could speak to me. She composed me, pulled up my t-shirt, looked me in the eye, and she said, "Can I kiss you? Can I kiss you?" And when she placed her kiss on my cheek, she whispered through my ear, "You are my superhero." Ladies and gentlemen, I am a superhero. actively than love someone unconditionally. Because the fruit of unconditional love can bring a long-lasting happiness, and I am fortunate to test that. Imagine a world where people will stop spending every minute, every hour, every second striving to be richer, to be more beautiful, to be smarter, to be a better himself. Imagine a world where people, they will slow down and they will say, hey, I can fix your car in 30 minutes. Can I kiss you? Imagine that world. Imagine a world where people will take care of each other. Imagine a world where people, they will live to love, and they will love to live. I know that was a fantasy, but fantasy can become reality if we try to have someone actively, if we try to love someone unconditionally. You know why? Because if a normal me can become superhero, then you can become superhero, and we can become superhero.